Yeah, just starting. So Cindy, can you show us the preview to Creative Everyday?
Super
Sneak.
preview.
Alright, so go to the cover.
Okay, so this is our layout. Magically
Wow.
designed by Jennifer.
Okay.
So this cover is designed by Anna.
Anna, come over here.
Part is hand drawn.
Anna, come over. Faster.
I've been so tired. Work.
Come over. Jennifer on the laptop. So we're looking at Creative Everyday. So I'm doing a video for the YouTubes. So Anna, can you talk about your cover for Creative Everyday?
So this is heavily inspired by art style called paper quilling. So
Yeah.
you use thin strips of paper and you make these kind of very organic shapes.
Yeah.
So I was very inspired by that, and I wanted something, you know, kind of very organic lines that and colorful colors to just kind of ignite the creativity spark in people and just show the process of thinking or drawing or writing creatively.
So Anna, how long did it take you to do this? From concept to
too long.
too long.
How many hours do you think?
I think maybe at least 40 hours.
40 hours?
40.
So you hand colored all these individual little swirls?
So everything was hand colored digitally, and just a few basic shapes were made, so then they were all manipulated also throughout the entire image.
And when you say a few, I saw at least like 50 shapes.
I'd say there were maybe like
Variations on 20 maybe?
yeah.
And so Cindy, can you just briefly explain what Creative Everyday is and just give a sneak peek?
Okay, so
And why you're so excited about it?
we're so excited about, lots of questions. We're so excited about Create Every Day because we want to encourage people to be creative every day. And it's not just about this abstract concept of be creative, but it's actually about developing a practice of creativity, and that starts with just, first of all, thinking that you can create and you will create, and just going there, out there, and making something. So we take everyone through these different step-by-step different aspects about creating and kind of re-inspiring you to be creative, because we are already creative since we were kids. So here's our mission statement of reminding us to just go out there and not just be consumers, but produce, to make, learn, and play. And there's 3 different parts. And the first part is on photography. So going out there and shooting with whatever camera, phone you have, tablet even. So there's different steps and fun assignments. So here's one example.
Ooh, so what is the
Thinking
first
about
assignment?
How to see. We're still working on this, obviously. So talking about how to see, about questions about doing a selfie and how that helps to think about photographing yourself and putting yourself in the shoes of other people that you photograph, but also how you conceptualize and understand your own visual image. Photography Quest is probably my favorite.
Ooh, so what's Photography Quest?
It's a creative spin-off of street notes and street photo assignments, but much wider, because it's not just street photography. It's about other types of photography, personal photography, shooting and making photo albums and giving away your photos. So thinking about photography as this all-inclusive process. Also interpretive assignments. I came up with this.
So what is an interpretive assignment?
So not just like a scavenger hunt of finding things or doing something, but your interpretation on what like symbols or what creativity means, or what, like going out there and shooting something that's fleeting. For you, what does it mean to shoot something that's fleeting? Is that like shooting a clock? Is that shooting a plant? Is that shooting a car? So you get more interpretation on the concept. So that's one. I'll just quickly scroll through. About composition, a lot of subparts still to work on. Part we're most excited for, actually we're excited for all of this, but the integration between photography, drawing, and writing. So the second section is on drawing. And this, Annette Kim took the lead on designing the assignments and coming up with the diagrams for them. We're still putting on the diagrams, but it's a basic 101 on drawing, and reminding you that everyone can draw. Every child is an artist. The problem is how to remain an artist once we grow up, Pablo Picasso. So different tools. It's not about having a fancy paintbrush and knowing how to perfectly draw perspective and do shading, but introducing you to different types of tools and to draw a portrait, to do storytelling through drawing as well. And it's just another canvas for you to think about creative expression. So here's some examples of like some of the things that Anna drew all these diagrams. It's very impressive. Line thickness, a little bit on color theory.
Ooh, so
Anna came up with this.
Anna, come over here real quick.
This is really helpful in photography as well as anything that you're working with visually. Can you quickly explain color theory?
So there's a color wheel. So it's kind of all these colors, and we have the primary colors: red, yellow, and blue. You see it forms a nice little triangle. So all these colors are possible by creating from mixing the primary colors.
Do you want to use a mouse maybe?
Oh, actually, that's better than my finger.
Her mega finger.
Okay, so and then complementary colors are colors that are opposite on the color wheel. So red and green, blue and yellow, and this kind of like tangerine color to like a lighter blue, and so on. And then split down the middle. These are all warm tones on here, and then cool tones here. Warm tones are very stimulating, so you can use these warm tones to convey like emotions, like of like energy, and then these cool tones from green to the purple convey having a brain fart.
Calming.
Okay. Calming. So you can use these as like kind of more like relaxing, like serenity colors. And when you use colors, you can further your expression for your drawings or paintings or what have you.
So I was about to put this photo in. So how might like a photographer who photographs something like this use color or think about color and how it conveys the image?
Well, so you can choose a composition that has colors once you understand a few basic rules about color theory. To choose a composition that has colors that complement each other, or if you have like a slight use of one of these very vivid colors just as an accent.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make the image too busy, and it really makes that accent color, that bright accent color, really pop.
Yeah. So, sorry to interrupt.
Sorry. And also complementary colors, when they're put next to each other, so that orange and blue, it makes those colors brighter. So you can see here kind of that warm tone of these red mountains contrast with the blue. It really makes it pop more.
Okay, so that's one of the aspects about this book that's exciting, is to blend together all these different forms of art. So as Anna said, like how drawing can help us think about photography and visual eye differently, or visual perspectives differently. And the last section is on writing. So a big focus about how I think that photographers can benefit also from learning and practicing writing is about storytelling. Photography is about interpretation, about perspective, but also about telling the story. So this section that I headed out in terms of writing is on writing, and also introduces you to different kind of reflections about like how to approach writing, not as a scary, mysterious thing that is only for like high writers and poets who have to spend 10 years dedicating themselves in a forest to like philosophize about the world. But it's more of a practice, and it has specific components of which, once you understand like what your writing style is, then you can better understand what it is that you'd like to improve upon. Is it clarity? Is it kind of coming up with a new imaginative perspective? Is it kind of conveying your argument? So here's some like the quick tips that worked for me. Actually, you employed a lot of these quick tips while we were writing this book too, so it's very meta, because a lot of, we're all here in the Kyoto office for HAPTICLABS, and we're just feeding off each other's energy, learning about writing techniques as well as drawing and color theory, and how it's actually integrating directly into the book, which is really fun. So these are some of the assignments. One of my favorite assignments is this assignment on creative and simple translations. And this was inspired much by Eric and my time living abroad and living in Vietnam, and thinking about being bilingual and how it is that we convey language through the different ways that we translate. And a lot of the people we met who were either second language, English as a second language learners, felt they could never find the perfect translation, or that their English wasn't very good, and felt very self-conscious about this. And for me, as a writer, I found that very counterproductive, because translation is not this pursuit of some objective truth in a perfect translation, but it's more an opportunity for dialogue and interpretation. So thinking about, for example, like how we translate the word difficult in different languages could be very context specific. Like, this is difficult in terms of, is it difficult because it would require a lot of time? Is it difficult because it's actually like physically exhausting? So there's all these different ways that by thinking about language and translating a language, it can help you to, one, be more specific in what it is you're trying to convey, and two, just push the boundaries of your understanding in a new way. So that's translation part. There's still a lot left to go, but we have just been living here and working in Kyoto, and we're about to take a break after about 10 hours of pretty much straight work.
Wait, real quick, can you just give us a tour of the office?
Really
this is your Kinesis, your Epic keyboard, which prevents you from getting carpal tunnel. All of our stuff that's charging.
Oh, our makeshift desk here.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Ironing board desk.
Ironing board desk. Oh, massage ball. That's pretty legit. Your Lumix. The Ricoh GR2 with the new prototype for the Eric Kim neck strap, which is pretty exciting. What else we have in here, Cindy?
The other supplies that we're working on, the textiles that we're hand wrapping the new product Saigon Satchel.
What, can you show us the Saigon Satchel? Show the satchel. What is the Saigon Satchel?
It's all packed away very neatly. Okay. Wait, why don't you tour it? I'll unpack.
Hey, Anna, stand up. Put away the iPad. Give us a tour of the Anna Cindy's.
Hello, welcome to HAPTICLABS, Kyoto Bread.
So give us a tour of all the random stuff we have here.
Well, here's where me and Jennifer have been sleeping so closely. So cute, like best friends forever. And then here is usually my work table. Sometimes I share when I'm feeling generous.
Yeah.
Jennifer's been handwriting the packet for the Saigon Satchel.
Yep.
With love. And here is our very Japanese-sized mini fridge.
What's in our fridge?
All of Eric's eggs.
Nice. Wait, so let's show.
Exhibit 1, Eric eggs. Exhibit 2 and 3, more eggs.
They're only 200 yen, or like $2 a piece.
Eric will have like one packet as a egg snack.
Yep.
Usually one egg snack starts at 11 o'clock. Egg snack number 2 happens at 12 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And the last egg snack, this guy will be consumed at 1:30 in the morning. Usually along with this meat.
Ooh, it was so cheap. Oh, show us your baby, Kieran.
Oh,
You haven't drank that yet.
I'm saving it.
Well, show how small it is.
Oh, in
reference.
relation to my face.
How big is your face, though?
I have a pretty big face. But, I guess.
Hold the bottle of water.
Bottle of water, standard bottle of water.
Huh?
Baby beer.
Okay, sorry. Ooh, wait. So what is that?
So this is Saigon Satchel, handmade by our three friends, Kai, Lan, and Uyen in Saigon, that we've been designing for over 3 years or so. So this is a Saigon Satchel with 2 straps.
Wait, put it against the white wall there so you could actually see it easier.
Here I'm wearing it both. It comes with 2 straps within the bag, and I put both on so that we can see the 2 different straps. So this is I guess you can wear it with 2 straps too. Worn as a messenger, or you can remove that strap and wear it as this quick short bag, or you can just as a quick thing that you can grab like this. You can remove all of the 2 of the straps and just use it as an insert in another, either in a messenger bag, a bigger messenger bag, or a backpack. The most exciting part.
Wait, so let me get nice and close, yeah.
Okay, so the open here. This beautiful.
Wow, it's
these
beautiful.
Flaps actually really protect from your camera and anything in there from the elements, so like nothing can kind of slide through, or if it ever rains, it will go through. And so it's more secure, it's safety proof. So it's beautiful red. Right now, sitting inside is my little Lumix, but it's all leather. So even the leather in here, it's a softer, thinner leather in here, but it's cushioned, so it provides a lot of security and safety for your camera. And it has this really great. Do you see?
Mm-hmm.
So if you actually have a bigger camera, you could fold the flap down here, and then just put a larger camera here. Or if you have other things that you want to separate,
that's
a lens,
cool.
you can flip that up. So I have a very small camera, so like I can even fit this guy here too.
Oh, cool.
Or I can put it down. There's a lot of different options.
And it should fit Fuji's and Leicas and
so we designed it
Sony's.
that way for you to also be able to sit most cameras, small to medium cameras, sitting up this way, so that when you're wearing it, you could quickly. So if I'm wearing it, and then I see a photo that I want to take, I can quickly just reach in and grab it, and it removes this way.
Yep.
Rather than like awkwardly if it was like, you have to move your hands around. So it's quick remove that way.
Oh, it's so beautiful, and you could.
It's all hand stitched.
And you could. Oh, it's even red inside here.
Yeah.
You could fit an iPhone Plus in here.
Yeah, or a copy of your street notes or film notes. It's all handmade, hand stitched with this bronze wax thread. Super durable. We've been testing it for a while now, and yeah,
What's the back look like?
The back's super clean, so it doesn't rub up against you as you're walking. It's rounded, so it's soft. It sits. Like we tested. This is version 4 or 5 that we've been testing. And
oh, that's cool.
And also, yeah, this is another thing. I mean, you can stick something on a note in here. You can actually grab it quickly like this as well. We have tested so many of these, and also worked really closely with the producers, Kai, Lan, and Uyen, to design this. We only made 19, so very, very limited experimental edition of only 19.
Or what does the side look like?
Yeah, it's.
Oh wow!
So it's cushioned on the side.
And then you could unclip the straps.
Yeah, you can unclip really easily.
Oh wow!
It's the good thing too is actually
so nice.
You can also, if you have a lot of things, you can also adjust it. So this guy can sit up higher. So you can.
Why is it called a Saigon satchel?
So Saigon, first of all, so it gets bigger, higher, so you can fit more stuff. So Saigon, first of all, because we want to be transparent about where this is made. It's made in Saigon. It's not made in this huge factory.
Saigon, Vietnam.
Saigon, Vietnam, yeah. So we live in Vietnam. My family's of Vietnamese heritage. I have family in Vietnam. So we have had a connection to Vietnam for a very long time. And Vietnam to us is not an anonymous. It's not a war, nor is it just an anonymous place where things get manufactured, but it's a place where we work closely with producers. We live there. It's a beautiful, inspiring place. Everyone should travel to Saigon if they have the chance. So we named it Saigon to honor where it's made. And then it's a satchel because I'm a little bit of a romantic and I like kind of old style stuff. So this was designed, inspired by what I remember as a kid of old Polaroid camera cases that were more square-like. And it's called a satchel just because I like the sound of the word. And satchels are basically anything of which sits kind of like a messenger, but actually has a very functional purpose. Satchels are also usually used for people going on adventures or going on not a safari, but like a tour, like a trip, going on
An adventure.
An adventure, and going and traveling and doing some serious stuff. So I wanted to call it that just because I love the meaning behind the word. It's you're going out there and you're making stuff, you're doing things, you're important.
So is it only for men or for women or both or?
No, it's for everyone, and we designed it wanting to break gender norms too. So even like,
That's cool.
honestly, women's bags that sit shorter are just so much more ergonomic when they're closer to your body, and they're safer instead of dangling back.
Oh, we could switch it. Give you hold the video camera and I'll switch.
Oh no. God.
So this is actually super useful because I've always been in 2 bags. It's actually way more convenient to hold the bag up high like this. And actually, if you're traveling to somewhere where you don't feel safe, it's actually technically safer that it's so close to you and tucked under your armpit. And it actually feels pretty strong. And even holding it like this is convenient because let's say you're at a restaurant, you don't want it dangling around. So like assuming this is like the chair of your chair, it just sits really, really well. And I think, you know, obviously all black with bronze is just kind of a nice color. Matches my black on black on black on black on black outfit. And of course, you know, you got the matching pair of Rico GR with the Air Kim strap. I don't know, it's just like the coolest bag that I wish I had, and Cindy, the whole Haptic team, we designed it to be a beautiful work of art to bring you joy, and hopefully to make you more adventurous, to actually go out and make more photos. It's not cheap, super limited, but whoever has the unique opportunity to get one, you will feel the love of the makers. So I think, so we talked a lot. We're going to go get some, what are we going to eat?
What are we?
Toriki Zoku.
Yeah, we need a break. We've been in this house
we're working so hard. We're going stir crazy in this house.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Yeah, so all you guys watching on the YouTubes, thank you guys so much for your love and support. You guys are awesome. Lots more cool things that come from HAPTICLABS Kyoto office. Alright, say bye to the camera, guys.
Bye. Goodbye.
And also, this video is recorded by Jennifer's awesome OnePlus 5 camera. Highly recommended, probably the best value Android camera phone video thing on the market. Alright, peace out.